crafty friends. Welcome to Stamping Simply with Maria. It's Maria Robinson, independent demonstrator with Stampin Up here in the United States. So for today, I'm going to continue with my series on the Calming Camellia stamp set. As I had said in a previous video, I ordered two. Not sure how I did that, but somehow I did. And I'd like to give it away to my viewers and customers just for placing a $30 pre-shipping, pre-tax order with me until April 11th. So this whole week I'm going to be sharing videos showing the Calming Camellia stamp set and how I use it. In this particular video, we're going to be using vellum, which I've used in the past, but to be honest with you, I've never stamped on it. I've always wanted to try stamping on it, but this will be the first time I'm trying that. So let me turn the camera down and we'll get started. Hang on a second. So this is the stamp set I've been featuring this week. It's called Calming Camellia. It was a free celebration item that you could earn for placing a $300 plus order during the January and February of this year. Unfortunately, it's retired now, as most celebration items are, but I do happen to have two sets. This one's the used one, so you won't be getting that, but I do have another which is brand spanking new, and I'd love to give that away to one of my customers for placing a $30 pre-shipping, pre-tax order by April 11th. So you still have a few days to look and get those orders in. And thank you to those who have already placed orders. I really appreciate your business. So with that, the last chance sale retiring products are also available right now on my website, and some of the items are up to 50% off. As I said, those are going to be retiring, so lots of items in there that are won't be in the new catalog, which launches on May 3rd. Some of the colors that are retiring are Just Jade, which is one of the colors I will be featuring today. Also Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Misty Moonlight, and Magenta Madness. So those 5 colors will no longer be available once the new catalog launches, but there'll be new colors available once the new catalog launches. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head. So look out for those though soon. And just to recap, yesterday I showed how to make this card. Nice, quick, and easy card. And it was featuring Bumblebee and Cinnamon Cider. And I showed the alternate, just the different color options. And this was using Misty Moonlight and Magenta Madness. Again, these are some of the retiring colors. So really sad about those. And but I am looking forward to the new ones. So let's get started for today. As I said, I'm going to use Just Jade. I've already cut all my pieces out. I have basic black here, which is cut 8.5 by 5.5, scored in half at 4 1/4, and we'll be using this horizontally. Then for the inside pieces, I have a piece of Just Jade, which is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4, I believe. Hang on, let me get my cheat sheet out. Yes, 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and then a basic white at 5 inches by 3 3/4. Additionally, these will go on the outside now. So the Just Jade is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I have these strips here, which are 1 1/4 by 3 7/8. Then I have 2 pieces, which are cut at 1 inch by 3 7/8. And then 2 more pieces, which are 3/4 inches by 3 7/8. And then the piece of vellum, which is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So to start with, I think I'm going to do the vellum first, because you do want to give it a little time to dry. As I'll show you in my other project, it kind of smudged a little, but the smudging wasn't bad though. So I do want to do that first. Let me bring in a piece of scrap paper here. And I already have my stamp on a block. Make sure I'm in the camera. There we go. We can move this out of the way. So with these bigger stamps, I like to ink it this way, you know, turn the stamp upside down and just ink it. And you want to just tap, 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 never push. Pushing will just make a big mess. It'll get it on the edges and you don't want that. So you can even see just by putting ink on this, on the block, how nice it is. All right, so my vellum is here. I have something on my vellum. Hang on a second. What is that? All right, there we go. So I'm going to stamp here, but I'm going to stamp a little bit off the vellum. And that's why I have the grid paper underneath it, so I don't get it on my surface. Give it a good press since it's a big stamp all around. And voila! Beautiful, isn't it? Every time I stamp this, use this stamp set, it just, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's me. I hope you like it as well. And I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing in this other corner here. Like so, and give it a good press. There we go. All right, so we're going to set that aside to give it some time to dry. You could use a heat gun to let it dry it out quicker, but I didn't bring one in here. All right, next what I want to do is I'm going to show you a little trick. Since I need a sentiment, I'm going to punch it out with my tailored tag punch. This, I believe, is also retiring. This is the bomb for me. I mean, I use this on a lot of cards, and if you go back on my videos, you'll see that I use it a lot. So to save paper, rather than getting another piece, and since this piece is going to go down here, and then the white piece over it, you won't see that I punched out an area here. So just be mindful about punching it, you know, more towards the center. Like so. And that's it. So we're going to, so on here, I want to stamp happy birthday. Now you'll notice I actually mounted the happy birthday on a smaller block because I want to, it's actually, I mean, it just fits across, but I wanted it to go up and down. I wanted the happy on top and the birthday on the bottom. So I'm just going to take my block here and be mindful not to get the edge where birthday starts. I think I got a little bit of it. There we go. I think I got it off. All right. And then we'll just stamp it here on the top part. Like so. And then clean that off. And we'll move birthday over. Again, keeping it just birthday on the block, like so. And tap, 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 tap. Good. And then we're going to stamp birthday right underneath happy. Like so. Perfect. Set that aside. Next, I want to stamp this white, basic white piece. I'm going to stamp this lovely leaf image in both corners. Again, I'm going to come a little bit off the paper. So we'll go up here. And then do the same thing down in this corner here. Like so. This way you still have a nice area to write your message. I think we are done with the stamping, so I can put the ink block away. I'll get those cleaned better later. I got them mostly clean. I think I can move the grid paper out of the way. I do want to bring my mat in here, my silicone mat, because I'm going to be gluing pieces down now. All right, so first we'll put the white on top of this, and see, you don't even see that cutout once the white is on. Probably didn't need that in the center. But what's nice about the silicone mat is if you get glue on it, you can scrub it right off once it dries. Like so. Just want to make sure that you don't put your paper on that area because it is still wet. Get that out of the way just a minute. And then this goes on the inside of the card. Like so. Next, I will adhere this piece to the card front. Like so, and this just has a very small border around, equal border all around. So I hope you're getting some nice ideas for this stamp set. And, you know, honestly, if you have the stamp set, great. I hope you're using it. Like I said, I've used it a lot. And not just for my videos, but I've made many cards for friends and family. And I get lots of rave reviews about this stamp set. And everybody just loves it. All right, so that's that. You can close the glue up for just a bit. All right, so here comes the fun part. These strips, I'm going to lay them down so they kind of go like this on the card. So they're basically panels. You want to leave equal distance between each piece and around the edge and on the top. And what I like to do is I like to put dimensionals on each piece. So I'll start with the edge piece first, and then I'll work my way down. Is that the way? Just a second. And if you're wondering what I have, why I have all these strips cut like that, because sometimes, you know, I might just use this instead of getting the little pieces, you know, the pieces that are already cut out. I'll put a couple of these pieces down here since they're strips, you know, and offset them a bit. Like so. So don't throw those areas out once you're done with the dimensionals because they're perfectly fine. This might be a little too long, so I'll just cut a piece off here. Now, if you're wondering, why do I use these scissors? Well, I actually have carpal tunnel and cubital tunnel, so those are, you know, I have pinched nerves in my elbow, and I have found that these scissors are the easiest ones for me to use. They're not Stampin' Up, but for me, I need something that's like this rather than me sticking my fingers in there because this kind of cramps up my hands and it hurts. So that's why I use those scissors instead. One more piece, we need dimensionals. And for this, we'll use these here. In there. All right, so let's start with the edge pieces, as I said. And then I'll take the backings off. I just want to put them in order so I don't mess up here. That one goes here. This one goes there. All right. We're finally having a bit of spring weather. Yesterday and today we're in the 50s, so it's very nice. I was out playing with my dogs earlier and they were enjoying it. They were just laying in the sun and rolling in the grass. So nice to be out there with them. And then I told him we had to come inside because I needed to get some work done. So there. Now I didn't press down because I want to make sure the spacing is correct before I commit to pressing it down. So it's not really pressed down completely. It's just there as a guide. Put the next one, say about here. And make sure you're lining up the tops also. And then once you're happy with the placement, you can certainly press down and adhere the pieces. Oh, I thought I didn't stick it down completely, but it looks like I did press down because I'm having trouble lifting it up because they weren't lined up properly. All right, let's see if we can lift this one up. I may have to leave the dimensional down and just lift up the whole piece. I actually saw, and I really should have done that, somebody putting liquid glue on the dimensionals. I don't remember who it was, but I thought, oh, that's brilliant. Because then it gives you, the liquid glue gives you some wiggle room. So, to play around with it a bit if you need to. I do need to add a little liquid glue on this one since it came detached. All right. What do they say? If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. All right, there we go. There. All right, now I'm happy with the way it looks. Add a little more glue here. Let that set a little bit. Press it down. Hopefully that's set. All right, let's see if the vellum is dry. Really, what I should have probably done is stamped on the other side. But you know, we can actually just flip it over so they're not where I want them to be. So, all right, we're going to deal with it. Why is this not sticking? I may have to put another dimensional there. For some reason, it's not sticking. All right, so in order to glue on vellum, what you want to do is put a little glob of glue on your, and this is why it's important to have a silicone craft mat, because as I said, this will dry up and I can just scrape it off whatever I haven't used. And then with the sponge, and you can use any sponge, these are actually old sponges that Stampin' Up had years ago, and they no longer have. Just take a little bit, you know, you want to do enough, and just kind of rub in the corners, around the edges. And if you need more, add more glue. And you won't see the glue through the vellum. And I'll show you my other card that I made using the same technique where I applied the glue. I did not put it on the craft mat sheet first. I applied it directly on the paper, and you can see the image of the glue through the vellum. So, and you know, I don't like that look, but some people may not care. But this, you won't even see it though. And of course, the other thing you can do if you want, you can, you know, if you put glue dots behind the images, you won't see that either. All right. I'll just take this. You see it smudged a little, but I'm not worried about that there. And then you just want to apply that equal distance around and press. Down. Like so. All right, let's close up. Oh, we need the glue still. I can put this aside. Next, we're going to adhere our sentiment to the front. And that's why I wasn't worried about this smudging here, because we're going to put that right there and you won't even see it. Let's bring some dimensionals out again. I have some dimensionals here. 2. Again, this is a fairly quick and easy card. Minimal things you need to do. It's basically just cutting paper and then, you know, deciding how you want to put it on here, and it's good to go. So, yeah, this wasn't dry yet. I don't know if you could see, I got some on my fingers. A little smudging. All right, then we'll put some rhinestone basic jewels on here. Take your pick tool. Put one about there. And take a small one maybe and put it here. Another small one and put it right there. All right. And then next I have some gold twine, gold thread, and we'll tie a bow. You want to pull the gold thread really tight because it tends to slide. I think that should be good. Get my scissors here. Get a little haircut. Beautiful. And then this I can close up. So I can set aside. And next I will take a couple of glue dots. I might take your pick tool so that we could put down the bow. You know what though, let me remove the backing on this one first. Go. And then I can put this one down. I like to put 2 on there just for added security. And we'll roll it up a little so you don't see it. And it's not sticky on the thread. Like so. And that's it. There you go. So let me bring the other card in. And here's the other card that I made. This was using Highland Heather. And if you can see, I don't know if it picks it up on the camera, but you'll see the splotches here where I put the glue on the paper. That's what I was talking about. And then again down here. So Just something to be mindful of. The other thing I did, I wanted to put Wink of Stella on this, and I grabbed my Wink of Stella pen. I thought it was a clear one. It turned out it was the white one, so that's why it looks white there. So now I'm not crazy about the way that looks, although this looks pretty with that. So I should have just left it alone. But here it is, the in Just Jade. So let me know which one you like the best. I hope you give these projects a try. Like I said, I'm going to try to come on every day until the 11th, making cards, quick and easy cards, so you can see how versatile the stamping, the Calming Camellia is. And like I said, you have until April 11th to place a $30 pre-tax, pre-shipping order to possibly earn this stamp set from me. So enjoy, guys. Thanks again for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.